I love eating kiwi. It's one of my favorite things to snack on. It's just delicious and juicy. So of course I was very interested when I saw a game that had you playing as a kiwi. I was slightly disappointed when I found out that you play as the animal and not the fruit that I love eating, but such is life. Wait, what? You were afraid I was saying that I love eating the animal? Dear lord, no. Those things are way too adorable to be eaten. And they become even more adorable with a proper backpack equipped, which is exactly the case for the main character Super Kiwi 64. In the game, you play as a nameless kiwi helping an unnamed dog collect power cells, so that you can both fix your yet-to-be-named plane and leave the location you're in, which obviously shall not be named. You might notice that there are a lot of names missing in my description, and that's on purpose. It's meant to symbolize that the story isn't really important here, or something like that. Did it work? Was that what you thought I was doing? I hope so. The game drops you straight into the hub when you load it up. No cutscene, no main menu, nothing, just a good old abrupt start. You immediately see your partner, a dog, and you can talk to it. All it says is that it's not long now and that soon we'll have them all. Not long for what? Who's them? You can infer that the dog is talking about the power cells needed to open the plane right next to it, but you can't really be sure of anything. And all of this is absolutely on purpose, because the story just feels like a way to tie the levels together and give the player some final goal to strive for. But it's not the focus here, the gameplay is. And I can safely say said gameplay rules! Super Kiwi 64 is a 3D platformer in the style of, you guessed it, the old Sega Saturn games. No, just kidding, Nintendo 64 games. Even the graphics emulate the console, and the game just looks incredible. For movements, you get all the basic skills one of those normally gives the player. You can jump, glide, attack, and run. You can even crouch and jump for a higher jump, which I unfortunately only found out after I beat the game, because crouch is tied to control only, and I play the game on a controller. It's very unfortunate that the controller does not have an option to crouch, given that there are multiple unused buttons, but oh well, at least it wasn't a skill I needed at all. With that core set of movement abilities, you can also do a couple of slightly more advanced maneuvers. Emphasis on slightly, since these are not complicated at all. Nothing in this game really is. With your beak attack, which boosts you forward, you can stick to walls. After you got your beak stuck, you can then jump again, and then attack again mid-air to stick yourself to a higher section of the wall. Repeats indefinitely, and you can easily climb to the top of any climbable surface. Not all of them are climbable though. Attacking multiple times also allows you to move super fast, and you can attack mid-air for a sort of air dash. Though these aren't much in terms of skills and available tools, it's enough for the game. And they accomplish the job. The platforming feels really tight and makes the game very fun to play. In total, the game has 8 levels plus a couple of secret areas. Each level has 6 power cells for the player to collect, which are often hidden and must be uncovered by completing what I'm calling level goals. Every level, for example, has a second set of collectibles, the golden gears. Collect all of those and the cell spawns. Most levels also have golden rings to collect and targets for you to hit with your beak, all of which also spawn cells. Then some cells can be randomly found around the map, and some others require you to complete map-specific objectives. It's all very intuitive though, so don't worry. In total, the game has 50 cells, 6 in each map, then 2 extra ones in secret areas. And for those of you who like to pay extra attention to your surroundings, each level also has a 5-figure code that you can use after you beat the game for some real neat Easter eggs and other interesting things. No spoilers though. While there aren't too many levels, their design is wonderful. The collectibles are well spaced and never hidden behind obscure challenges, and while they aren't anything mind-blowing or have insane secrets, some levels shake up the formula quite well. My favorite one actually did away with all map challenges and instead made the map one string of admittedly very easy puzzles, putting all power cells together at the end. Some of the levels can be quite linear, with level 6 being the most linear in my opinion, as it has you climb up to the top of the level, with each floor containing a cell, but that doesn't make them bad to play through. Furthermore, every couple of levels has a specific theme, such as chill desert levels, as you might have noticed so far in the recordings. The theme doesn't just serve as a way to build a level, the soundtrack also changes accordingly, and the tracks are usually pretty good. They perfectly complemented the levels themselves. Have a listen to this example. There is, however, one thing I must note about the levels. They are quite short. I can 100% each one in less than 10 minutes, with the fastest one being beaten in just 3 minutes. There is a reason for that, which is that the game itself is insanely short. By 45 minutes of playtime, I had seen all there was to be seen. It really is a bite-sized platforming experience, but I don't necessarily think that's a terrible thing. I would have loved to have more of the game, sure, as it's a really well-built game, but the game retails for $3 on Steam. Now, I don't know about you, but I reckon there are many worse ways to spend $3, like buying a super overpriced piece of candy or something. Well, unless the candy lasts for 45 minutes in your mouth, then I guess I understand the price. But anyway, I digress. As you can see, this is a very simple game. It knows what it wants to offer its player, and it does so wonderfully, even if not for long. However, its simplicity can also work against it in lots of cases. One such case is the options menu within the game. There are basically just no options. I can't even turn the sound effects down, just the music. Furthermore, the UI could be better. The health indicator, the fruit kiwi icons on the top right, they're alright, but the top left, which houses your collectible counter, has a dash right before the counter. I understand it was meant to separate the counter and the icon, but it just makes me think I'm going into the negatives with my collectibles. Yes, it's a major nitpick, but you bet I will mention it because it picked the hell out of my nick. All in all, Super Kiwi 64 is a very solid way to spend 45 minutes to an hour of your time. The game is extremely easy, so don't expect challenges there unless you are or have a kid, but it doesn't need to be difficult to be fun, at least not for me. And if you finish this and are looking for more bite-sized 3D platformers, take a look at this game's developer, Siactro. Their developer page on Steam lists 3 other games, all cheap and all with seemingly solid reviews. I haven't played those myself, so I can't personally speak to their quality. I plan to eventually though. If you do pick up Super Kiwi 64, I hope you have a good time with the game. I know I did. And that's it. Now for the fun YouTube stuff. If you enjoyed this video, if it was useful to you, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps out my growth. But above all else, do comment with feedback, your opinion, or even just a hello. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye!